Hey guys, Matt from TOTALmtg here, and welcome to this week's Deck Tech. So what have I got for you this week? I have another Ixalan updated deck from one of my rotation-proof decks that I did a few weeks ago. This is Grixis God Control. It was a very popular deck when it was made for the rotation-proof decks, and now with Ixalan, I'm adding some cards. So let's have a look at some of the new additions, then we'll look at the numbers that have been added into the deck. Starting off with Opt. Opt I think will be very good in this deck. Scry 1, draw a card. I'm dropping a few Censors to make room for, I think I'm playing 4 of these Opt. I just think it'd be a very good cantrip hit. It will look, go well with Locust God when you can draw a card. It's just going to be really good and help us find what we want. Lightning Strike is back. Lightning Strike is in this deck as well. Search for Azcanta is one of the new additions. Probably for me the best card from that set, and that's just my personal opinion, but Search for Azcanta really does help you find what you need. And the other one is Vraska's Contempt. Exile target creature or planeswalker and you gain 2 life. It does cost 4, but it's instant speed removal for annoying planeswalker or creature. Very good card, and that little bit of life gain will help. So, let's start having a look at the deck and the numbers in there. It is a Grixis God Control. The creatures are still the same in the main board, which is a 1 of Scarab God, 1 of Scorpion God, 1 of Locust God. And then we have 2 Big Daddy Snaps, the Torrential Gearhulks, 5/6/4 double blue, one of the best cards to come from that set, Kaladesh I think it was. But we've got our 3 gods here. I was thinking about adding another Scarab God just because the card is just so overpowered to me. It's absolutely amazing. But I don't want to change the deck too much. This is a fun brew Grixis God, so I want to keep the other gods in there as well. Locust God can help you win a game. The Scorpion God for me is probably the weakest one out the bunch. But, Scarab God is so good that it literally can carry the other gods and hopefully win us some matches. On to the spells, and I think we have 30 spells in total. We do have some more Ixalan updates in the sideboard as well, but like I always do, I always add them at the end, so you will see them. But let's have a look at the spells. Like I said, 4 Opt, Scry 1, draw a card for 1 blue mana. Absolutely brilliant card. Censor is there now as a 2 of, instead it was a 4 before, but Censor is there. We can cycle it, draw a card, trigger some things there. If not, occasionally you can use it for that counter target spell, but from what I see, what people use it is mainly for the cycling as well. We got 4 Lightning Strike. Brilliant this was in Standard, and it still is obviously coming back now. 3 damage to target creature or player. 1 and a red. Very efficient card. And then there's just a 1 of Negate, but I do run an extra couple in the sideboard. So on to the next lot of spells. We got a 1 pull from tomorrow. Just the 1 because this is epic with Locust God. If you can just do this late game after the Locust God and just make loads and loads and loads of little creatures, pull from tomorrow can be a very good card for us. As I said, new from Ixalan, Search for Azcanta. Beginning of your upkeep, you get to look at the top card. You may put it in your graveyard, or you can obviously just leave it there. Then if there's 7 or more cards in your graveyard, you get to flip it, and basically then you're paying 3, looking at the top 4 and just putting the best card from that in your hand with, best non-creature spell. And we do have a lot of them, obviously 30 spells. A 1 of Disallow and a 4 of Supreme Will, some counter magic there. Supreme Will, I do really like that card. It's it's very versatile. Looking at the top 4 cards as well. In the other mode, obviously not using it as the counter spell, can be very strong as well. Card draw. We got more card draw. 3 Glimmers and 2 Hieroglyphic Illuminations. Illumination can be used early just to cycle for 1 if you want to draw a card. Glimmer of Genius works brilliantly with Torrential Gearhulk, as we do know. And then some removal. There's a lot of early tokens deck, stuff like that. Sweltering Suns is there as a 3 of. And the Vraska's Contempt, as I spoke about, can exile a target creature or planeswalker. Those very, very annoying cards that, I do like. I was thinking about maybe adding white in and making it 4 colour because I do like Settle the Wreckage. But I'm going to stick with these. Sweltering Suns, hopefully for us, will just sweep the early board of a lot of creatures. And Vraskas can pick off some of those late ones and maybe some planeswalkers. The last spell that we run is Big Nicky B, Nicky Bolas as a one-off. It was 2, but 2 was maybe a bit too much. We've got 1 that can win you a game. A lot of people do quit a game when you just drop Nicol Bolas. I've had that many times, as I'm sure a lot of you have as well. Nicol Bolas is a very good Planeswalker. It does cost 7, but comes in with Loyalty 7. And then we can just make our opponents exile cards. -4, you can do that straight away. 7 damage to target opponent or creature. And I've never managed to do the -12, but hopefully I will do one day. People usually quit before you do it, which is exile each non-land permanent your opponents control. So before we go to the sideboard, we're going to go onto the land base here. Obviously from Ixalan as well, I didn't add these in the start, but we do have Drowned Catacombs and Dragonskull Summits as well added in. We got Canyon Sloughs and Fetid Pools that work very well with those 2 cards as well. Sparrow Bluff is there as a 3 of, and then we've got another 12 basics. Islands, mountains and swamps. I will be flicking around with the mana base until I get it absolutely spot on how I like, but this is where it stands at the moment. So let's start now looking at the sideboard of this deck. Like I said, we've got a few Ixalan cards that you can see there right now. The first one though is Chandra's Defeat, good against Chandra, obviously the Planeswalker, and does help out a little bit against Glorybringer as well. 2 Hostage Taker. You could have these in the main, but I'm going to have them in the sideboard, ready to come in as an extra little creature. And it, it's a very expensive card I've seen, in paper form. It is very good. I'm not overly struck on it. I mean, that might just be my personal choice, but it's in my sideboard. I know it's a good card, but I want to see if it can be an excellent card. We also have 3 Duress there. Love that Duress is back. Very good hand disruption there. Go to the other part of the sideboard as well. We got a 1 of a Braid, extra bit of destruction, and it also can destroy Gearhulks, which is very good. Spell Pierce is there as a 1 of, come back from Ixalan as well. And like I said as well, a couple more Negate. The last 3 cards in the sideboard are 2 of Doomfall that has dropped from the main board to the sideboard now. Essence Extraction, bit more removal and gains life. Very nice card, instant speed, but is double black. And then we can bring in a couple more Planeswalkers in the lovely Chandra Torture Defiance. This is played a lot in Modern. This is a very, very strong Planeswalker. And if you can protect it to that emblem where whenever you cast a spell, the emblem deals 5 damage to creature or player, that is certainly another win-con in the sideboard itself as well. So guys, this is this week's deck. I really do hope you like this Ixalan update of the Grixis God Control Deck. If you can put it together, let me know what you're thinking when you play some games. Take it to your FNM. I think you do very, very well with it. I will be chucking some games out on Twitch, hopefully over the next couple of, next week or so. And then maybe I can record some gameplay so you guys that don't make it to Twitch can see, and obviously on YouTube as well. But don't forget to go and hit the follow button down below, because you can go and watch the games on Twitch. Just make yourself an account if you haven't got one. It's free to do. And then just go and give me a follow. All links are below. If you're new to us here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Oh, I can't even speak today. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and then help us towards that 3,000 mark. We're getting there very slowly, but we should be there hopefully in a few months if the numbers keep growing the way they are. If you want to help us do it quicker, just tell all your friends. Anyway, guys, thanks a lot for watching the video. You lot take care, and I'll see you on the next one.